Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing Donald Trump versus Bernie Sanders. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel and like this video down below. And now we're going to start to fill out this map. Donald Trump versus Bernie Sanders. The Bernie Sanders supporters, arguably the most annoying when it comes to my videos, commenting saying Bernie has the best chance to beat Trump. It's a total joke for various reasons. It's a total joke because Bernie Sanders' approval rating, yes, it was high back in 2016, plus 13 nationwide. Latest Economist poll has him at minus 15. Donald Trump is much more approved in that poll than Bernie Sanders. And when it comes to swing states, a lot of it comes down to the suburbs. Bernie Sanders has a very small, vocal fan base, very young fan base, very almost entirely on the internet fan base. Outside of that, it doesn't exist. This is not 2016 anymore. Bernie will be lucky to get the most votes in the primary. If that is the case, then it does look like he will be screwed over again at the nomination. A lot of angry Bernie bros are going to stay home, and it's something that we'll watch, and it's something that we're going to have to laugh at, because a lot of the Bernie Sanders supporters are just crazy when it comes down to this, and they think Bernie's going to save the world, he's going to win. It's not how the world works. Latest approval poll of Medicare for all, underwater in Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin, low 40s at best. Donald Trump's approval much higher than Bernie Sanders and Bernie Sanders' policies. So, I mean, that'll tell you. Trump cut taxes, Bernie wants to raise them. Not necessarily looking good for the middle class, not what the middle class wants. So we'll start to fill out this map, and obviously we'll get into some more in-depth analysis of the individual states here. But I'm going to fill out these states that are safe no matter what for Donald Trump. There still might be some more, and we'll talk about those states here. Obviously, Maine's 2nd district, I believe, is going to go safe, even though Bernie is northeastern. I don't think it's going to play much of a role based off of trends there alone. Nebraska in its entirety, except the 2nd, which we'll talk about the 2nd district in a second here, that will be safe in that column, as well as South Carolina and Alaska. You have all these Bernie Sanders supporters. Oh, this 2016 poll had Bernie up in Alaska. He's going to win Alaska. It's not how it works. I'm telling you guys, just because you see a poll doesn't make everything true. It just doesn't. Bernie Sanders' polling aggregate is much worse now than it is. It's much worse than Joe Biden's now, and I think Biden's going down, so that'll tell you much about Bernie Sanders. He's not going to be able to win. That being said, he'll win California. He will win Illinois. He will win New York and the state of Vermont in the safe column. He will win those in the safe column. I believe he will win Maine's 1st district in the safe column, not by much. He will win Massachusetts in the safe column, and he will win Maryland and D.C. in the safe column, as well as Vermont. Oregon in the Portland suburbs, I think he'll do well enough to, well, actually, no, I don't believe he will, because I think you'll see, I think that it's going to be likely blue based on suburban people fleeing, based on a lot of Bernie supporters. Oh, we're so hyped up for Bernie, then they're going to abandon him when it's all said and done. Obviously, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, and I'm going to put New Jersey and Delaware in the lean blue column based on recent data we have from New Jersey and Delaware. Trump's fiery rally in southern New Jersey boding very well for his reelection, hopes for his reelection, so I definitely think that is the case. We're going to change Maine's 1st district to likely blue based on the fact I forgot that Portland's there. It's very suburban. Maine at large will flip to Trump if it's Bernie. New Hampshire, Vermont, they have a twin state thing. I have to give that to Bernie Sanders. It's not going to go by very much, and Trump can make a play for it, but probably Trump is not going to be able to pull it off because he's going to focus more energy on other places. Texas, safe. There's nothing else to it. Bernie's not going to do well in the suburbs. People are like, oh, Beto was far left. Beto did well. Look at the election that happened a couple days ago in the district that Beto almost won. It went to the Trump candidate, the Republican candidate, by 16, 17 points, despite the fact that the candidate was outspent 3-1. Now, Trump's got the chance to outspend Bernie. He's going to do it. and a lot of establishment people are not going to vote for Trump or Bernie. That'll give Trump the upper hand. That'll give Trump the edge. Maybe Bloomberg runs a third-party campaign against Bernie Sanders. That's going to screw him over. We're factoring in Lincoln Chafee as well. That's why you have some of the northeastern states like Rhode Island and Connecticut being likely blue instead of safe. I think they would be safe, but you have to take in the Lincoln Chafee factor. The state of Pennsylvania is going to go to Donald Trump in the lean, if not likely, column based on the coal industry and energy independence that Bernie Sanders would squash with the Green New Deal policy. Ohio, safe. Iowa would be safe. Wisconsin has a weird Bernie fetish there, so it's going to be very close because Madison turnout will be high. Michigan will be down the wire. I think maybe Oakland County will do better for Trump. Maybe Bernie could do better in Washtenaw, getting the turnout there. Turnout in the inner cities will be worse than with Biden, by the way, which honestly would be worse than Hillary's was. Minnesota, I think, would go to Bernie very, very narrowly. I think he'd focus hard on the state of Minnesota. The economic populism thing might ring true among some of these Mondale-esque Democrats, but the trend is just so hard. But he did very well in the primary there, unlike what we saw in Pennsylvania, unlike what we saw in Michigan. Michigan just, honestly, the Democrats hated Hillary there. That's why a lot of those people voted for him. And Wisconsin would have been much closer with a more competent candidate. And I don't think Bernie's going to be the nominee when it's all said and done. I do think he'll win Iowa. I do think he'll win Iowa. I do think he'll win New Hampshire. So we'll see what happens there. Trump will win the state of Virginia ever so narrowly against Bernie Sanders, as well as North Carolina will go to him in the likely column, as well as Georgia. Arizona would be close to safe. Nevada, very suburban. That will tilt in Trump's column. Colorado, the high people, they're going to go for Bernie, obviously. Bernie will pick off Hawaii at 4 electoral votes there. New Mexico will go to Donald Trump because Bernie Sanders loves to dump nuclear waste in poor Latino communities down by New Mexico. It's partially why Texas will be safe. Religious Latinos aren't going to come out and vote for Bernie Sanders, and some might flock to Trump if they really have to, based on the fact that Bernie Sanders wants late-term abortion to be legal, no restrictions. That's not a good thing. And polls are showing a trend in the Latino vote, maybe 2 to 3% Republican. That's going to help Trump make inroads, and Trump will get all the Gary vote because they would not vote for Bernie Sanders there. Nebraska's 2nd District will go to Donald Trump in the likely column, as well as the state of Florida. Bernie Sanders is a socialist. He hangs a portrait of Eugene Debs in his Senate office, America's leading historical Marxist figure. This does not add up well for Bernie Sanders trying to get moderate voters and voters who fled communist regimes to vote for him. It doesn't matter if he's actually going to enact the policies of communism or not, which he won't be able to do. But it's clear his campaign has a problem. It has a problem, and it has a fetish with communism, take out the rich, wealth redistribution. You see this in the Project Veritas videos, a clean-cut fetish between the two. And honestly, folks, it's not a good look for Bernie. So at the end of the day, Donald Trump is going to beat Bernie Sanders 332 to 206. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, donate to the Patreon, join the Discord, join the subreddit, links in description. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.